Welcome to Interlude I, Lesson 1 of Finding Your Way, the Truth Resonates course on spiritual growth and attainment. It's been about 7 months since I posted the first chapter of Finding Your Way, and there have been some incredible shifts in my experience and understanding of reality and magic. As a result, there are several teachings that I wish to share with you early in the course, and I felt it made more sense to include the interlude so as not to disrupt the chapter structure that's already been outlined. I'm guessing I will likely add additional interludes at various points throughout the course, as we all continue to grow and change. Lessons 2 to 4 in this interlude focus on the concept that words matter. As I have grown psychically, I've come to realize that every word is connected to a psychic mandala that exists in the interconnected and shared space of human consciousness. The best way to describe a psychic mandala is as an energetic construct existing in that shared psychic space, which we can refer to as the astral realm. It's something that becomes obvious and immediate in a person's experience at a certain point in their spiritual growth. We are all tuning to these mandalas every time we think about or use a word, although most of us do it unconsciously. Since I have come to discover this connection to words, I've come to realize that words have an intrinsic essence that transcends their current use within society, and sometimes even differs from the dictionary definition, since those writing the definitions themselves suffer from karmas, blindnesses, and conflations that contract and distort their reality and therefore their understanding of the word's true meaning. In many incredibly important ways that will become more and more obvious to you as you grow spiritually, the word is the thing, is the reality. The Words Matter lessons in this interlude focus on certain conflations between words that give rise to an enormous amount of suffering in the human experience. In Lesson 2, we discuss the conflations leading to much of the addictive behavior and childishness in our society. In Lesson 3, we discuss the confusions giving rise to scarcity and failure of manifestation. And in Lesson 4, we discuss an important conflation preventing us from having a truly wholesome experience. As I mentioned earlier, there have been enormous changes for me in the past 7 months. The most profound of those changes began on January 5th, 2024, when my colleagues and I constructed axiomatic sovereignty and began walking one of the paths of humanity's ascension. As we've explored that path, we have begun creating an enormous variety of ascension tech, energetic technologies that fundamentally transform the nature of the human mind to broaden and expand our capacities in astonishing and powerful ways. Lesson 5 discusses the first of these technologies, which we call the Turbo Encabulator. This technology is an entirely new operating system for the mind, eliminating many of the bottlenecks and limitations plaguing our current mode of consciousness. Lesson 6 discusses what to this day I consider one of the most impactful technologies I have created, known as Wisdom of the Crowd. Wisdom of the Crowd allows us to finally perceive the truth of a situation by leveraging the seeds of truth contained in everything anyone else thinks or feels about that situation. Lesson 7 discusses a technology known as Gaia's Tear that uses many of the foundational technologies of Fabletech in its operation, but which I do not consider ascension tech. Instead, Gaia's Tear is a seed containing all that I am, available to everyone who wishes it. If you're interested in exploring some of the other amazing magic that has been created, you can visit the Fabletech Fabricators page on Truth Resonates and explore all of the incredible technologies on display. Transmissions of many of the technologies are available there. Anyone interested in helping in this work is welcome. If you wish to participate in making these technologies, you can join the Fabletech Fabricators Discord server, where we host a weekly call to discuss what we are working on. There is no minimum skill level for joining, and everyone contributes through their presence, even if they choose not to participate in the conversation and only listen. In addition, I have previously referred to the energetic technology that I use for transmissions as the Buddha particle. Since the lessons in Chapter 1 were originally recorded, I have changed the name of the technology to the Siddhi particle, as I believe that more accurately describes the nature of the energetic tool. In Sanskrit, a siddhi, spelled Siddhi, is an extraordinary attainment, And that is what the city particle does so well. It transmits extraordinary attainments and understandings. After I changed the name, I ultimately developed the actual Buddha particle, which is a transmission that I will provide much later in the course after you have come into your integrity and are living your truth, ready to become a Buddha. For anyone interested in learning more about my journey and how Scott Samber, lawyer, atheist, and scientific materialist, became Samadarkanam, reality repairman, and friend of the gods, serving Gaia and all beings everywhere, I wrote my story entitled What's in a Name, which is available on Truth Resonates. Since this is a pretty short lesson, I thought it might be helpful to provide an energetic clearing to help you feel relaxed and balanced as you go into the next lessons. I'm also going to use a wand to help with the clearing. You'll see me use these from time to time in my clearings and transmissions. We'll discuss wands more and how they work in Chapter 8. For this clearing, there is nothing for you to do other than relax and feel yourself growing lighter and less tense. Here's the energetic clearing. I hope that released some karma and cleared some confusions in your energetic structure. Speaking of confusions, in the next lesson, we'll discuss two words whose conflation has caused untold suffering for humanity throughout much of its history: playfulness and silliness. Until then and always, be well.